What is going on, YouTube universe? Welcome to the Hip and Shoulder, where we discuss everything Australian rules football. And with the final round of the home and away AFL season for 2026 upon us, it is that time once more. It is time to get our tips in. But before we get into round 24, time to take a reflection on round 23. Just quickly, we did rather okay, 7 out of 9 in a round where I should have gotten 9 out of 9 because I foolishly tipped Richmond to defeat St Kilda and West Coast to defeat GWS. That's the only two blemishes I had. I tipped Fremantle by 23, they won by 24. We tipped Richmond to defeat St Kilda. St Kilda made us look absolutely stupid. Probably none stupid than fucking what the umpires made us. But anyway, I digress. Geelong defeating North Melbourne at Marvel in a close contest. I did say I thought North Melbourne were going to bring it in the fact that they played at Marvel. If this was played at the MCG, if this was played at GMHBA, I think the gap might have been a little bit bigger for Geelong. But North Melbourne came to fight. They came to play. Brisbane over the Gold Coast Suns at the Gabba. Hawthorn and Collingwood drew in a game that Hawthorn should have confidently won, and I feel Collingwood walk away the bigger winners here. Just the young kids standing up, especially winning from an effort from Sam Swadling on the goal line. Absolutely huge. Melbourne emphatically over Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. Then we get the blemish against West Coast and GWS. Just West Coast were up to it in so many facets statistically, but GWS were just so much better in goal conversion and forward 50 movement, especially scoring so many points off of intercept and defensive 50 chains. A draw between Carlton and the Bulldogs in a game where we tipped Carlton to win anyway, and then Sydney to round things out with a big win over Essendon, 6 goals. But to Essendon's credit, considering Sydney beat Port Adelaide by 97 the week prior, I thought this was going to be on the end of close to 100 points. So to finish 6 goals in touch, to bring all the pressure Essendon did, I take my hat off to you. I'd take my beanie off, but some people might suggest I'm balding, so I'm leaving it on. But with that being said, 7 out of 9 was great, but given the 2 blemishes I had, there's got to be some players that went for a perfect round. And there were a few perfect rounds tipped for round 23, so congratulations to Team Wiggles, Ron Schill, Evelyn May, Master Tipper from PA, Skyvo, Some Cripple, Dusty Fendoff 4, Christopher W, Memazar, Gramercy Riff 78, Purple Army 2013, Brisbane Rule, Amelia JS, Timo IE, Nancy W, Frio 90, Princess Cahill, Benjamin 25, Murdoch H, Vanessa W, fucking hell, P John W, Moon Predicts, Rebecca W, I'm Better Than Trent, finally, Footy Campfire, all of you, congratulations for tipping the perfect round. Almost everyone, except for a handful. What a round, right? With that being said, if you want to know the round margins for the year, hey, for the round, I actually did pretty well. That's pretty cool. We got a perfect one out of Dan Prakash, though. My man Daniel getting it done. So there's the round margins if you want to have a look. For total margins, feel free once more to have a look through. But we have had some movement, I think, in total tips. Because we have, even though Big Kev Shendo is sitting in number 1, we have 3 players on 150 tips total. So heading into the last round, this is a big one. Big Kev Shendo, Welsh Duke, Team Wiggles, all on 150, all separated by total margin. It's going to be a big finish. So, to you 3, congratulations for being equal first. But to Big Kev Shendo with that margin difference, congratulations for being number 1 overall. Following that, we have Ron Schill, Evelyn May, Master Tipper from PA, Skyvo, Some Cripple, Dusty Fendoff 4, and Christopher W to round out the top 10, with Memazar equal 10th place. Boy, oh boy, I've got no chance of making anywhere close to top 10. I dropped to 26th overall. That has me 7 tips behind. An abysmal year from me, but hey, I'm sitting above I'm Better Than Trent, and as long as I finish above the namesake that's trying to call me out, I'm a happy man. But with 1 round to go, let's try to finish with a perfect round. Let's try to get a little bit of ascendancy. This is how round 24 looks heading into the final round of the home and away season. It all kicks off with Thursday night footy. St Kilda hosting the Gold Coast at Marvel Stadium. This game had a lot more implications had the Bulldogs beaten Carlton last week. But the draw has officially locked St Kilda and GWS out, so they're just looking to finish with a win to cap off their season. St Kilda have won 2 of their last 5. The Gold Coast have only won 1. of their last 5, but it has been the Gold Coast 2 from their last 3 outings that have defeated St Kilda, both of which coming at the start of this year and the back end of last year. That being said, and I don't think Naz comes back into this team this week, but I just think St Kilda at Marvel are going to be too hard for the Gold Coast to stop. There is room for upset here. Gold Coast could come out and win this game. I think St Kilda getting an easy run against Richmond last week might be against them a little bit in the ways of the fact that they might come into this game with a little bit too much of head of steam, and Gold Coast will bring them down to earth a little bit. But after seeing how St Kilda so effortlessly ran around the ground, if they don't put attention into Max Hall, into Brad Hill, we could see another beat up here. I'm going to go St Kilda to the tune of 26 points to kick off round 24. Friday night footy, Collingwood, Brisbane, MCG. We are going to get an absolute treat with this game. We have Brisbane winning 4 from their last 5. Collingwood have won 3 of their last 5, including the draw, but it has been Brisbane the last 3 times these two teams have met, including Brisbane at the Gabba earlier this year. As much as I'd love to see Collingwood get up, it is hard to back against the momentum Brisbane have built, especially if Collingwood have all of those defensive players out for their back 6. Brisbane's forward line will eat them alive. Kai Lohman, Cam Rayner, Charlie Cameron, Logan Morris, Eric Hipwood. Let's keep listing them. They're not going to be able to lock all of them down, and I think Brisbane could get on the end of a 40-plus point win, potentially. The first on Saturday sees Carlton hosting Fremantle at Marvel Stadium. Outside of the draw, Carlton have won 3 from their last 5. Fremantle have won 4 of their last 5. Fremantle have knocked Carlton off 2 from their last 3 head-to-head battles, all of which have been at Optus Stadium. So this is the first time Carlton gets them on a bit of neutral ground at Marvel. But I just think Fremantle's running carry is going to be way too hard for Carlton to stop. Carlton winning this game would be great momentum to take into the final series, but I just think Fremantle are an infinitely better team, and I think their systems of run and carry, when Carlton's been so focused on moving the ball by foot, could undo Carlton's system quite severely. 30-plus points for me for the way of Fremantle. We then go down to the MCG. Melbourne hosting the Bulldogs. 4 from their last 5. Melbourne have won. 2 wins for the Bulldogs from their last 5, including the draw. It has been the Bulldogs from their last 3 head-to-head battles, including a 3-point win earlier this year. However, Melbourne are a much more accomplished side now, I feel, this season. And Marcus Bontempelli, even though he might want to get up and play, Luke Beveridge has come out and pretty much said that he'll be talking Marcus Bontempelli out of it. With wildcard locked up, they'll probably not want to risk bringing back Marcus Bontempelli a week early, and they'll rest him again. If Tim English misses this, then Max Gawn's going to have an absolute field day, and the young midfield are going to run rampant. It's going to be on the likes of Richards, Liberatore, Sanders to really rise to the occasion. I'm tipping a close contest. This is going to be the way of 16 points either way, but I'm going to go Melbourne. We then go down to GMHBA Stadium with Geelong hosting Richmond. I don't think we need to take too long to talk about this one. Geelong from their last 3 head-to-head battles. Geelong have won 5 from their last 5. Richmond have won 1 from their last 5. And Geelong are going to absolutely maul us in this game. It would be so Richmond to play competitively against Adelaide, get thumped by St Kilda, and then pull off a miracle win. Because Richmond are due 1 miracle win every season. We haven't had that yet, I don't think. This could be the game. And I'd be absolutely in raptures if we can beat Geelong here and allow Adelaide to step up into 6th place and drop Geelong down into wildcard and have to make them fight harder for it. That would be great. That would be ideal. I just don't think it's happening. And the fact that we're going to probably stare down a 10-plus goal loss here, not the way you want to end the season, and I'm hoping it doesn't hamper some off-field moves, because I would still love to see Zach Butters come to the club. I still think, personally, we're still favourite to get it, because we've got the most capital available to facilitate a trade, but let's see. Let's see how that plays out. But as far as this one plays out, I'll be watching with bated breath, but if Geelong don't do us by 10 goals, I think we've done ourselves a solid. The final game of Saturday sees Adelaide hosting GWS at Adelaide Oval. Adelaide have won 2 from their last 3 head-to-heads. First time they've played each other all year this year. Adelaide have won 3 of their last 5. GWS have won 2 from their last 5. I just think the pressure that Adelaide brings to the contest, especially through their midfield, is going to be too insurmountable for GWS. But both of these teams base their run and carry game off of back half intercepts and defensive half pressure. So this could be a very tight contest despite the gap in the sports betting particularly. But I'm going to go Adelaide here by at least 19 points. I think it might be closer than people suggest. First on Sunday is at Marvel Stadium, Essendon hosting Port Adelaide. Get a coin and flip it. Port Adelaide have won 2 of the last 3 head-to-heads, including a monster win against Essendon earlier this year. Essendon have won 1 from their last 5. Port have won absolutely nothing from their last 5. And I believe Port Adelaide go into this game with no Jason Horne-Francis. No Jason Horne-Francis, no Zach Butters. Midfield has been absolutely ripped open. Essendon showed a lot of fight against Sydney last week. I am going Essendon to win this game and potentially drop Richmond to the bottom of the ladder, giving Richmond the number 1 pick overall, which is going to play factor into Richmond landing Zach Butters in the off-season. But that's my big call coming out of this round. We go to the SCG. Sydney hosting North Melbourne. It has been Sydney their last 3 head-to-head battles. Sydney have won 4 from their last 5. North have won 1 from their last 5. I'm tipping North Melbourne, right? It's at the SCG. I get that. Tristan Cherry can match Brodie Grundy in the ruck, I feel. But no Heaney, no Warner, no Blakey, no Bice, no Jordan. That means no tag on LDU. That means Jai Simpkin won't get much attention as well. That means a little bit of less run and carry from Bice and from Blakey off of that half back. They lose scoring power through Heaney, through Warner. North Melbourne are going to be up to their necks in this game. Even though they'll be without Harry Sheezel, I think they can get it done without him. They're going to cap off their season with a win away from home. Final game of the round. I've spoken about the fixturing and how I think it's favoured some teams to get this run home, but Hawthorn at Optus Stadium against West Coast. West Coast have lost their last 5. Apart from the draw, Hawthorn have won 3 from their last 5, only dropping the 1. It has been emphatically Hawthorn. Their last 3 head-to-head battles. Hawthorn win this game comfortably. I just think it's a little bit silly that teams that are competing for final spots, right? Melbourne and the Bulldogs. Wildcard and top 6 contending, they've got to fight each other. Collingwood and Brisbane have to fight each other. Geelong gets Richmond. Hawthorn get West Coast. Sydney get North Melbourne. If Sydney were full tilt, I'd be arguing a case more for it. I just think even though you could argue, oh, they played harder teams earlier in the year, I think back end of the year fixturing is more critical to making an even board than having some teams beat up on by some bigger teams. But we are locking in St Kilda, Brisbane, Fremantle, Melbourne, Geelong, Adelaide, Essendon, North Melbourne and Hawthorn. That is it for tipping for the 2026 season. I will be doing a finals tipping comp if that is something that is done here on this particular website, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Get on board when I do open, so if that is the case, I will still do videos covering finals tips anyway. Even if there isn't tipping, we'll go through each team and I'll still say who I'm going to do. We'll still do it, whether or not we can actually physically select like this or not. But that is it for today's video. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me for the 2026 season. To every single person that is in this tipping comp, all 34 of you, thank you for getting involved. I'm hoping in 2027 we can surpass 50, which would be the most we've ever had. I'm going to work hard in the off season to bring lots of content to the channel to hopefully drive more people in and get more people involved. If you've got any people you want to reach out to get involved for next year, feel free. But we have a 3-legged race running home to take that first spot home. And we've still got Ron Schill on 149. We've got Evelyn May. We've got Master Tipper from PA Skyvo on 148. Some things can happen this round. It's going to be an interesting watch on the run home. I'm very keen to see how it plays out. If you have enjoyed this run this season, enjoy the videos I put out, hit that like button down below. And if you want to get on board the community we are building, hit that subscribe button down below as well. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here. Good luck to your teams this weekend. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.